Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Memorial services for Charles Werner Idson, age 80, will be at noon today at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. That will be at noon. Funeral services for Barbara Minor Murphy Ponder, age 74, of Cleveland, will be at 11 a.m. today at Holly Pond Funeral Home Chapel. The Reverend Rufus Harris will officiate burial in Holly Pond Cemetery. Graveside services for Laura Tommy Mae Weiss, age 86, will be held at 1 p.m. today at the Highland Memorial Gardens. Rick Cato will officiate. Jackie Snow, age 86, of Cullman, passed away at her residence. The family will receive friends from 11 a.m. until noon on Saturday at the Limley Funeral Home Chapel, followed by funeral services at noon. Burial will follow in Oak Hill Cemetery in Oneonta. Limley Funeral Home and Crematory is directing. Irvin Lynn Gill, age 62, born in Cullman, Alabama. He passed away on June 23rd in San Jose, California. The memorial service will be at 1 p.m. Saturday at the Roswell Creek Church, with interment in Roswell Creek Cemetery in Blount County. Those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Dixie and Cullman, USA, we grow sweet potatoes a good old-fashioned way. Get 'em by the bushels, a dozen by the score. Get Cullman sweet potatoes at your local grocery store.
I sell paintings of cats.
I sell antique cameras.
I sell mufflers.
Surfboard stemware.
I have no idea how to pack this.
I need help.
I need experts.
It's fragile. Can you be trusted?
The UPS Store Pack and Ship Guarantee. We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it.
So if anything happens to this,
We'll take care of it.
I love logistics.
We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it at the UPS Store.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, and even though I wasn't on the show yesterday and you had a different special day, we missed out on a good one.
Oh, what was yesterday?
Yesterday was also Happy Dog Day.
Happy Dog Day.
And I saw multiple dog pictures on Facebook.
Oh.
Everybody was posting pictures of their happy dogs
yesterday.
Oh,
okay.
So since we missed out on that, I'm going to call today Happy Dog Day.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Jacqueline brings her dog to work once in a while.
I do. Just
on your
leave
way to the vet.
Yeah, just leave him in the car. But he's always happy. His old tail is always wagging. And then we have one that looks like she's the Energizer Bunny, and she's, she just goes round and round and round. So we have some happy dogs. You have a happy dog.
I was going to say, is there anything more enjoyable than a dog for a pet? Because they're always happy.
They are. You come home and they're happy to see you. Doesn't matter, whatever, but they're always happy to see you. So I think that's great.
I think cats have an attitude. Time to time.
They're very aloof. They're very teenager-esque, Cats can be described as your worst teenager. Right.
So anyway, we're going to continue celebrating Happy Dog Day today.
Very
That's
good.
okay.
Very good.
All right, well, let's jump into the weather forecast. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. The average high temperature in Cullman, Alabama on the 27th of August is 91. The average low is 65. The record high 105 in 1943. The record low 53 in 1945. Sunset tonight at 7:20 and sunrise tomorrow at 6:17. There's the satellite picture, fair skies over the southeast, and here's our forecast. Pretty much a normal day for the end of August. High temperature today, 92, partly cloudy skies, overnight low 66, high of 94 tomorrow under sunny skies. And as we head toward the weekend, a little bit of rain on the weekend, 94 on Friday, 84 on Saturday, but a 100% chance of rain. Hopefully it'll be one of those little passing showers that doesn't rain all day. Sunday, 80% chance of rain with a high of 82. Monday, Labor Day, 50% chance of rain, high of 88. Usually this time of year you just get passing showers, something like that.
Hopefully that's the case, because it's the Labor Day weekend, and I'm sure a lot of people.
Labor Day weekend, Sweet Tater Festival will be Sunday.
That's
and
right.
Monday.
Yeah.
That's at Smith Lake Park.
Yeah, it's going to start at 1 o'clock on Sunday, go until 4, and on Monday from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m., and they do have a car show. And if you want to participate, you just pay $10 and you can be a part of it. And they have entertainment, door prizes, arts and crafts, food vendors, kiddie rides, and free parking. This is the 2014 Sweet Tater Festival at Smith Lake Park.
And always a good time, too.
Yeah,
always
great.
Very good. We want to thank everybody who found us. You and Joel talked yesterday that we are no longer on Channel 2. Obviously, you know that from watching us, unless you're watching on YouTube, I guess. But we are on Channel 180, and as we expected, we've been getting phone calls. Where's Channel 2?
Right. Where'd you go?
So we are on Channel 180 till further notice, I guess.
Yes.
And we have noticed the picture quality is a little bit better than it has been, and the audio is better than it has been.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks to Charter, at least, for making those improvements.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Facebook friend of the day.
Let's figure out who that is.
Today?
Laura Couch Tokar.
You know Laura, don't you?
I do, and she likes Ben Affleck and the what in our stars? The Faut in our stars? F-A-U-T? What is that?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that. Sorry.
It's not dancing.
No, it's not dancing. No, I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah, Laura's a good friend of mine, and we're just really excited that she's been our friend here on Channel 2. And what we're going to do is go ahead and give her that large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just come by here first, Laura, and pick up your certificate.
Our program for today, we are going to talk quite a bit about the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, which will be coming to Cullman. Of course, everybody's aware of the big announcements on that. And Sammy Lee, who is president of the Hall of Fame, will be one of our guests. And Nathan Anderson, who is the new director of the City Park and Recreation. I talked to them the other day. It's a long interview, about 20 minutes, but we wanted you to really understand everything that will be going on. If you're not familiar with Sammy Lee, let me just tell you that, like I said, he's the president of the Bass Hall of Fame. He's had a radio program syndicated for about 30 years now or more. He's on WKUL here in Cullman. I don't know exactly what time, but it's early in the morning. And Sammy is a real character.
Oh, is he?
We had a lot of fun with the interview and before and after. And he's going to come back on our show. I think the Hall of Fame board is going to meet in Cullman in October. So he said when they meet, then he's going to come back, give us an update.
Okay.
What's going on with the Hall of Fame.
Good.
And so anyway, that's what we have lined up for today. Good information for everybody. And also, we talk a lot about the impact for the city of Cullman. But this will be near the new interstate exit on County Road 222, which is also part of Good Hope. And Sammy said, be sure and mention that this is also going to be a great economic impact for Good Hope. Will be involved, as well as all of Cullman County.
Right.
But it isn't just a city of Cullman project.
No.
Everybody in that area will benefit. And one of the things, and you'll hear this on the interview, he has been working with a number of large retail stores that would also be part of the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of business will be coming in with this.
Are we going to get a Bass Pro Shop?
I asked him about that off of the air, and he said, I am not talking to them.
Okay.
However, somebody pointed out to me yesterday that there was an announcement on the internet that Decatur said they were getting, and we've heard this rumor for years, haven't we?
Well, I even saw signs. It seems like last time I was in Decatur, it seems like I saw some signs or something that said future home of.
Yeah, so I think that's probably where they're going to be, which of course is within 20 miles.
Yeah,
of
they
the
wouldn't
Hall of
build
Fame
another
here,
one this
so-
close.
No. So I think that's the situation there.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll continue with more of Today on 2. We'll give away our prizes for today right after this.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
I realized at that moment, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
We got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
in the nation, safe just got a little more exciting. Add vanishing deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
We continue with more of Today on 2, and we have some prizes we want to give away. You notice we've had new prizes the last few days.
Yes,
Megan
nice
and Jason have been out there hustling up some good prizes. So let's see what we have for today. 2 free tacos, courtesy of Casa Cafe. And we have 2 cupcakes at Frostings. And pizza, wow.
Wow, I know, good prices.
Good food items, Pizza Hut with the large 5-topping pizza. Oh boy, whoever wins today has got some good food coming. Here's our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads. Who do we start with first? Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers welcome. Gift certificates available any and every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. They have licensed inflatables, slides, water slides, obstacle courses, bounce slide combos, and concession equipment rentals.
Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store. By the way, I bought some of Berkeley Bob's in-house brand coffee the other day. It is really, really good. The next open mic night will be on Monday, September 15th.
And Brown & Company Beverages, keeping you cool this summer, right next to the Ford dealership on Highway 157. You can chill out and visit the Beer Cave.
Pizza Hut, where they have a pasta special on Tuesday, wings special on Wednesdays. Today, 50-cent wings at Pizza Hut.
Grand Point Pharmacy, where they have coffee and gift items that make managing your prescriptions easy because they know managing your health is hard enough.
Tires for Less, where they are more than just tires. Of course, they do sell tires. They're open as early as 7:30 until 5, Monday through Friday.
And Cotton State Barns, where you can buy or rent to own barns starting as low as $14.96. No credit check, you're approved. Carports, playsets, utilities, trailers, and storage buildings available.
Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear, Coleman's only men's specialty store for suits and sport coats. Ask about the free Grooms Tux rental or special group pricing. There we go with our merchant ads for today. Our question for today is about Pizza Hut. What is the special on Wednesdays today?
Very good.
What is the Wednesday special at Pizza Hut in Cullman? And you win a pizza from Pizza Hut. You win cupcakes from Frostings and tacos from Casa Cafe.
Yes, sounds good.
And our telephone number is 256-734-7399. Go ahead and call in right away while we watch. Oh, do we have a phone call? Oh, we have a caller ready to go. All right. Well, let's see if we can give away our prize quickly. Hello, who's calling?
Sandy.
From where are you calling?
Cullman.
Okay. What is the special today at Pizza Hut?
50-cent wings.
That's it. Right. Wings, 50 cents today. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. 50-cent wings today at Pizza Hut. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads. Let's see if we can find some more food.
Oh, goodness. I bet you we can.
There we go. Frostings, 10 cupcake flavors a day. Have you tried the white velvet dipped in white chocolate?
No, but that sounds so yummy.
I have never tried that either. That's got to be on my list of things to do.
And Steel Orchard, where they have the highest quality products at the lowest possible price since 1985, featuring apples in 20 different varieties.
Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center as the full fitness center. Day passes are available, but you can save a lot of money by buying a membership at the Wellness and Aquatic Center.
And there's Casa Cafe. Specials every day, tacos, fajitas, burritos, and more. Buffet Friday and Sundays right there at 509 Main Avenue.
Hey, more food. Dairy Queen Blizzard of the Month for the next couple of days is Chips Ahoy. They remind you the $5 lunch served every day 11 till 4. Including dessert.
And Renard's Gallery and Gifts, where they have jewelry for sale, and they have gift items, and they have got some prints for sale, and they do a fantastic job of framing.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue with the family barbecue pack. A full pound of barbecue, 2 sides and 4 buns, priced at $14.99.
Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service, and you can count on them today. They also do towing at Mullins Body Shop.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course is an 18-hole golf course in the Fairview area. Beautifully manicured bent grass greens, 4 sets of tees. Chesley Oaks Golf Course.
And Earl's Body Shop, voted best automotive repair in Cullman. Large and small towing available, local or long distance, 24-hour towing available all the time at Earl's Body Shop.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. We'll be right back and check birthdays and anniversaries and whatever we can find.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on. and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Let's take a look at our community billboards brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Swamp John's is going to take place on August the 28th. It's a meal sold at the Moody Center at the CW Day Park in Hanceville. It's $10 a plate. It includes chicken or fish, fries, slaw, and hush puppies, dessert, and a drink. All proceeds are going to benefit youth missions. And Dodge City Lions Club is doing a Boston butt and rib sale on Friday and Saturday. The sale will begin at 8 a.m. on Friday and continue until are all sold out on Saturday. Boston butts are $30 and rack of ribs are $25. They're located right there beside S&S Foods in Dodge City. And Cullman County Golf Championship will be taking place at the Cullman County Golf Course on August the 30th and 31st. It's $105 per player to enter. It includes the green fees, cart fees, prizes, and a practice round and a Saturday cookout with football games shown on a big screen. Fairview Lions Club Labor Day celebration will take place on September the 1st at Fairview Park. There's games, bouncy castle, and more activities for the children. A parade at 11. Vendors are welcome to set up and pay $20 fee upon arrival. And Southern Circuit Tour of Independence Filmmakers is a free movie screening on Thursday, September the 11th at 6 p.m. at Wallace in the Evelyn Burrow Museum. A question and answer session with the filmmakers will follow the screening. Sons of Liberty are doing a charity motorcycle ride to benefit Wounded Warriors Project on September the 13th from 8 until 5 at Sportsman's Lake Park here in Cullman, and phone is 256-339-1212. If you have a community billboard you'd like to share with us, you can send it to our webpage at channel2cullman.com. Give us a call at 256-734-7399 or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Cullman. And we have several birthdays to announce. We'd like to wish a happy birthday to Cameron Bradford, Will David Smallwood, Terry Waldrop, Gina Beatlescombe, and Holly Burns. Their names will be put into a drawing on Friday where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
Our weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It'll be a beautiful sunny day today. High of 92. Overnight low tonight 66. High tomorrow of 94. And we will continue with more of Today on 2 and our interview with Sammy Lee and Nathan Anderson about the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
We had been called up for the first time.
wildfires were getting close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Better when you're coming back if you win, right?
You're exactly right. Tim, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Let's go back and kind of review that game a little bit if you will. It's meeting in the regional game tomorrow night in the home opener. The Eagles are going to travel to Cordova in Walker County this Friday evening, looking to remain. Johnny Thornton analyzes Cullman Bearcat football. Cullman County kickoff is set for 7 o'clock this Friday night. Good luck, Coach, to you.
We are going to talk today about the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, which is coming to Cullman, Alabama. My guest today, Sammy Lee with the Hall of Fame.
Nice to see you, sir.
Nathan Anderson with the Cullman Park and Recreation Department. Nathan, congratulations on your new job.
Thank you. It's been fun and intense.
Yes. Sammy, starting with you, let's talk about the Hall of Fame. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking it's just getting started. But when in fact it's been over 10 years since
that is true.
Dennis,
you're correct. It was originally formed in Arkansas by 4 businessmen over there with the sole purpose of highlighting the history of this great sport and profession, the professional anglers that have taken the name all over America in their travels, the media people that have spread the gospel of bass fishing through television, radio, books, magazines, and also manufacturers who have produced the products that we've used so efficiently for the last, in my case, 50 years to catch fish with. And it was their purpose that we, the bass fishing community, needed a place to honor those groups because every other professional sport in this country had a Hall of Fame except bass fishing.
Okay. The original inductees, there's some very prominent names. Tell us just 2 or 3 people, because everybody's going to know who you're talking about.
That's true. Our very first induction, obviously, we put the legends. We put Ray Scott, the founder of the Bass Angler Sportsman Society. He was the very first person that went in. Forrest Wood, the founder of Ranger Boats. Bill Dance. I mean, you say Bill Dance, and I mean, holy smokes. Bass jump into his boat. You know, he doesn't even have to cast, right? Roland Martin, right? Rick Clunn, Larry Nixon, Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro Shops. I mean, we're talking about the big players in this fishing world.
Right. Is the Hall of Fame connected with the organization that Ray Scott started?
We are connected in a sense that we're friends with them. They allow us to showcase our induction dinner each year at the Bassmasters Classic, which earlier this year here in Birmingham, we were there at the Sheraton. Last year we were in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Next February we will be in Greenville, South Carolina. But there's no business relationship or intertwining between the two. We're not owned by them. They don't have stock in our organization. We're a nonprofit, 501c3 corporation. But we have obviously benefited from that association and friendship. So.
Right. Sammy, how long have you been involved with the Hall of Fame?
Since day one.
Okay, from the beginning.
Literally when it was formed in Arkansas, and the word went out that they were going to form a board of directors. I don't know if it was an honor because they knew I'd work for nothing. I haven't yet figured that one out, Dennis, but I was asked to be on the original board, and I've been very honored for 14 years to serve on the board, and for the last 6 as the president of the Hall of Fame board.
Well, I know that you had a lot of options as to where to locate a permanent Hall of Fame. Why Cullman?
My question back to you is why not? No, and I mean that sincerely.
Yes.
I'm from Jasper.
Okay.
I'm from the other side of the lake. So I was, quite familiar with the community of Cullman, having fished on this side of the lake a lot growing up.
Okay.
But we looked at some wonderful locations over the years.
Yeah.
But we had 3 criteria that a community or a location had to meet. One, it had to be in a community that understood, appreciated, and knew what bass fishing was all about. Cullman has that, correct? For 40 plus years, Cullman has hosted some of the biggest bass tournaments ever held. All right, secondly, we wanted it close to a major thoroughfare.
Okay.
I-65.
Right.
I mean, it does no good for us to build a $20 million facility and put it 80 miles off of a thoroughfare, right?
Right.
So you had two of those criteria, and the last criteria was we wanted to go into a community that welcomed us. You know, they understood fishing, but that didn't necessarily always mean that they would welcome us. These folks up here, it's been open arms for 2 years. And so it was like when the board came up here on the initial site visit, everybody said to me, well, why are we going to Cullman, you know, such a small community, you know? Once we left that site visit, every single board member said, why not? This is the only place in America we can put it. It has to go here.
Wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about the popularity of bass fishing. We have some local people, some pros for the last several years. A couple of young men the last few years have become professional. Now I notice high school teams, college teams.
Correct.
This might really get you excited.
Dennis, a lot of people don't realize the enormity of bass fishing. It is the #1 pursued game fish in America. Over 34 million fishing licenses are sold every year in the country, bass being the #1 preferred game fish that they go after. You mentioned bass clubs. In Alabama alone, there are over 190 high school bass clubs that all fish against each other. So they're starting young people. If I'd have had this when I was growing up, I'd still be fishing tournaments, you know, instead of talking with you about it. I'd be out there right now. But so we're starting the youth at a very early age, literally in grade school, and bringing them up through the ranks. In the collegiate ranks, as you mentioned, you have Matt and Jordan Lee from here in Cullman, who have represented to this community in the last two Bassmaster Classics.
Right.
And of course, Jordan finished 6th up here at Lake Gunnersville earlier this year in the Bass Classic. Both of those two young men, and it's not because their last name is Lee, but both those two young men are outstanding young people, and they are going to represent the community of Cullman, the state of Alabama, and bass fishing in general in the highest way fashion possible.
The exciting thing is our local high school has just, Cullman City High School has just jumped on board with a team, and they've done really well out the chute for being the first year.
And as Nathan knows, and you probably do as well, it's not restricted. It's not a boys-only club.
Right.
There are a lot of young ladies fishing in these high school and collegiate bass clubs on these teams and competing very well, I might add.
Yes.
Nathan, let me put you on the spot. Are you
All right.
a tournament fisherman?
I am not. Fished young, but I have not fished in a tournament.
Okay, Sammy, how long would it take you to teach Nathan and me be tournament fishermen?
Well, one thing, how much cash do you have?
Really, not enough to teach me, I promise you.
I can teach you the elementary elements of bass fishing in about a week. If we went out for a little while, 3 or 4 hours a day, I could teach you the basic mechanics, boat operation, lure selection, reading a depth finder. But it could take, and people are going to say, oh, this guy's crazy, but it could take years to understand exactly the environmental changes that cause bass to change and react daily. And that's one of the things that through our educational component at the Hall of Fame that we intend to teach. You know, and I know Nathan knows about this, but one of the things that we really are going to stress and strive for is to start people, young people, with our fish camps every summer, starting from age 5 to 18, where they can come in for 3 days. Hands-on educational learning experiences where we don't just teach them how to tie a hook on, we teach them about environmental issues. We talk to them about socioeconomic issues. We let them catch fish in our ponds. We let them, give them casting clinics to teach them all the different types of equipment so that you know the difference between spin casting, spinning, bait casting, fly rod, and basically how to throw each and when to use each, so that these people, these youngsters, when they go back to their communities throughout the country, and it's kind of a fishing pun the way I say it, but they become our ambassadors as they take what they've learned through us in the summer back to their schools scattered around. And they are spreading the gospel of bass fishing for us and promoting the Bass Hall of Fame at the same time, which obviously promotes Cullman.
Right. Let's talk about what's coming to Cullman. We have some slides to show. Let's look at the first slide. This is a pretty good sized building.
It's over 100,000 square feet. We're so honored to be a part of the Cullman Civic Center complex down here. And I know Park and Recs is going to be involved in this probably as much or more so than we are. And I'm going to let Nathan talk about their component of it. The Hall of Fame component will begin phase 1 at a little over 30,000 square feet. And we have a phase 2 planned 5 years down the road, which will incorporate an indoor theater for seminars or business clinics, a really plush, nice theater, and also a cohesive companion partnership with Auburn University's Fisheries Department. So we got some major plans coming up in the next 3 to 5 years here in this community. And from a Civic Center component, Nathan, you might want to talk about some of the things you guys are going to be doing.
Yeah. Yes, we really want this to be an education site, but also a meeting site for our businesses, for local organizations. Cullman's in need for a large meeting place, whether it be business related or civic group related or whatever. It'll also be a place of entertainment. I mean, we have hopes to expand this into maybe an outdoor amphitheater to where we could have concert venues or outdoor large gatherings, which is something that's been a buzzword around here for a while, is we need an amphitheater, we need an amphitheater. Right. So really we want to hit on all cylinders with this thing. We want to, like I said, you said, we want them to be educated, young to old. We want to support you guys in that. We want to make sure that we can help with our staffing with that, but then we also want to, again, great need for meeting spaces. We want to provide a place for people to go so they don't have to look outside of Cullman for a place that would accommodate a large gathering. And then of course, we want to improve the quality of life with entertainment as well, make it a fun place to go and have your events.
We have a couple of other pictures. We have an overhead shot. There we go. Sammy, tell us what we're seeing here.
Oh, well, you see I-65 off to the right side of the slide, then 222 that comes down in front of the Burroughs property. And that overview, you'll see a better shot in just a moment, that gives you a basic feel of the property where we're going to be positioned. And if I remember right, it's like 26 acres of a 110-acre tract. And as we start dissecting and showing the ponds, the fishing ponds, the theater, the hill on the lower part of your screen back behind those lakes is a hill that goes up to a home that's currently there. I know Cullman is actively trying to solicit a resort hotel to go up there on that hill. And I will tell you, in just the last week, and I'm not allowed to tell you the company name, but it is a Fortune 500 company that I've been talking to about assistance with us. When I mentioned that hillside and a resort hotel up there, the national sales manager told me, he said, I've been looking for a spot to take my clients 3 times a year where they can hunt, fish, and play golf.
Wow.
And I sent him the slide that you just looked at, and he said, go ahead and book it. He said, we'll take at least 50 of those rooms 3 times a year.
Whoa.
Now, that's pretty impressive,
That's awesome.
a Fortune 500
Yes.
company coming in.
We have one more slide to show you. This is the diagram of the specific property.
Correct. That's the exact property, and what you're seeing here is the Civic Center component in the orange. In the lighter pink to the right of that, it would be the Hall of Fame. And one thing I do want to point out, inside the Hall of Fame, we're going to have a 60-foot acrylic aquarium that is being designed for us by Acrylic Tank Manufacturing of Las Vegas, which are the folks called ATM that do the Tanked TV show that comes on every Friday night you may have seen.
Okay.
So we're very honored to have those guys as a part of our team to work with us, because they bring a dynamic that we could never know. I mean, I know how to put a stump and a rock in an aquarium, okay?
Yeah.
They know how to make it attractive. The other things I wanted to show on that slide, you see 3 different ponds. These are all going to be fishing ponds, Dennis, where people can actually go out, fish, catch fish, and take them home with them. And off on the right side, you'll see a little green area directly above the pond on the right.
Right.
If you look closely, you'll see a stream, a free-flowing stream that runs through that and feeds the other pond directly behind the Civic Center. That stream will be used for fly tying and fly casting classes, because that is a component that not many people think about and is hugely popular in a lot of areas of the country. So we're going to offer you 4 different ways to fish, learn how to fish, catch fish, and also be taught about fishing.
Okay, the 3 ponds, why 3 different ones?
Well, the 2 ponds in the lower part of the screen are already there. They're already existing.
Okay, all right.
The pond on the upper part of the screen directly behind the Hall of Fame on the left is a lowlands area. We cannot build there.
Okay.
Now, what you would have, and what you can barely see in the light tan right behind the Civic Center component, is a very large patio. So when companies come in to host their sales meetings or clinics or seminars or conventions, you've got a patio there that people can walk out on for evening activities, lunch breaks, view over the pond and have a scenically, just a stunning view of this water and these fish swimming. And it's, I tell you, the more I see the dynamics of the drawings, the more excited I get about it. I live in Birmingham. I think I need to live in Cullman.
You do.
Well, Nathan, this really expands on the opportunities people are going to have for recreation here.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, it expands on employment, gives more jobs here, but also, again, this is a kind of an untapped market for parks and recreation in our community. Like you said, it's huge in this area. And recently having what the high school's done locally with the tournaments, now we can hit them from the youngest age.
Right.
And then like you said, I mean, I'm sure you have story after story of people that didn't fish their whole life, didn't know anything about it, and later in their life they decide, I'm going to take up fishing, I'm retired. We're going to have a place for them. To get started, because to go out by yourself may be a little intimidating. To come into an environment that's welcoming and meant for people like you is going to be awesome. So this will be a great improvement for our community.
And the thing that we get excited about from the Hall of Fame standpoint is with the Civic Center component and the conventions that you guys can now bring in, because you have the opportunity to host them. If I'm not mistaken, the Civic Center can host seated dinners for up to 2,000 people.
Yes.
2,000 people at a seated dinner. That's a large auditorium. So it doesn't matter what type of convention. It might be a quilting convention. It could be, badminton. I don't care. But people that come in now from all over the country, but when they're here in the summer for softball tournaments.
Correct.
How many thousands of people, mamas, daddies, juniors, little Bobby, little Betty's come to town every summer for softball events.
Right.
Now you have a place to host them, to feed them, and to entertain them. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't point this out, and you may not be aware of this. I know you are. Did you know that almost 1/3 of all Alabamians owns a fishing license? Almost 1/3.
Okay.
Now, you think about that for just a moment. Alabama has a little over 3 million populace. So if we've got almost 1 million of our residents that own a fishing license, we've got a pool right here if we don't even go to any other state.
Yes.
Let's quickly talk about financing.
Sure.
How's everything going to be paid for?
Well, I can't speak for Park and Recs and Civic Center. You would have to speak to that.
Well, the main thing, the city's committed to a shell for you guys, and then the Civic Center and the Convention Center next door just to help with the draw to make it a place where you can do more than just see the Hall of Fame. We want to make it a place where people can stay a little while. So we've committed to building the shell with you guys raising funds.
Correct.
We would follow the fundraising efforts to fill that with the Hall of Fame.
That is correct. We have committed a $10 to $12 million fundraising campaign to finish out the interior, the shell of the Hall of Fame. And you say, holy smokes. Well, what we want to do when a person walks in, whether it's yourself or your grandson or any other person, we want you to be entertained, obviously. We want you to be educated, obviously. But we want that wow factor. We want that factor that when you leave, you can't wait to get on that cell phone and call your friends and tell them about it, or bring your friends to it. We want that hands-on kiosk, which comes with technology today, so that you have all these different dynamics available to you, whether it's iPads or touch screens, where you learn about or can see about. We're going to host fishing seminars and clinics with the biggest pros in the country coming into our 60-foot aquarium. We're going to have an antique wooden style platform at one end, like an old boat dock.
Okay.
So Kevin Van Dam, for example, the #1 pro in the country right now, he could stand up there for an hour and give fishing seminars, throwing in this 60-foot tank and catching fish. So you can see exactly how Kevin approaches that bass by that stump or that rock or that water flowing in at the far end, and you have a better understanding of what goes through the mind of a pro, and you're learning subliminally from that. When the theater gets built, oh my goodness, and we're doing continuous run old TV fishing shows from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and we've got kiosks that tells you what's showing now, what's coming up next 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours from now. I can't speak for you guys, but I want to sit in there and watch all those shows.
Do you have a venue for old radio shows?
It's funny you asked that. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. I had to. I have the face for radio.
You know, you talked about the finances to build this thing, and you hit on this, and my mind immediately goes here. But you're talking about the potential of the visitors in Cullman from outside this community. You know, we've heard and seen in the papers of what a tournament brings, a softball tournament, or the most recent archery tournament, of what the money that brings to our community. When you can imagine something that's around the clock here 365 days a year, the amount of revenue that this will generate, because they're going to be staying in our hotels, they're going to be spending money in our stores, eating at our restaurants. To me, that excites me, because this will stimulate our local economy in a great way. So I think cost, yes, but also the gain will be tremendous for many years to come.
Oh, I agree. And the property surrounding where we're going to be located is going to be developed for commercial, for retail. We want this to be a destination location. We don't want this to be someplace you stop by for a couple of hours on your way to the beach or on the way to Nashville or wherever you're on the way to. We want you to come to Cullman and spend the night, or spend 2 nights. And it's like with the fish camps we do in the summertime. During school year, we're going to be offering day trips for schools, so that the kids will get credit for missing school that day, and they can come literally from 100 miles away and spend the day there. And what better way for them to take the name of us and Cullman back home, back to their church, back to their school, back to their buddies, than to set up these day trips with all these youngsters. I mean, it really does get you excited when you get thinking about it. It
does. Let's talk about timeline.
Okay.
Breaking ground when?
Some of that's still being debated, right?
The main thing to know is the 222 interchange. Everything's been approved, and it is in the process of starting. So you will see some activity soon. That was the first thing I know you guys were waiting on. We all were waiting on. We heard so much about it, but when something going to happen. So things are happening, but then there's a lot of things that have to fall into place, and we're following you guys in your timeline.
The request that was given to us by the city was to please not plan on opening the facility until the interchange was completed. The timeline I was given up here a few weeks ago was 2 years, 24 to 26 months from now. So we're looking at late summer, early fall 2016. And again, that's at the request of the city fathers, because they wanted to make certain the interchange was open, the traffic could get off and on easily, and it obviously gives us longer to raise more money. And it gives the community here an opportunity to go out and solicit retail businesses to come in and locate to us, so that when we open up, we're waving the flag for everybody. And I'll say it again, we started off talking about this a few minutes ago. I could not be, the board of directors could not be any more honored to be here in Cullman, Alabama than any place in this world. I mean, you're our friends, you're our partners, you're our neighbors, and we look forward to being here for 100 years.
Very good. Sammy,
yes,
come back and see us again and give us an update. Nathan, I know you'll come and see us all the time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sammy Lee and Nathan Anderson.